Have you ever wished that you could communicate more clearly with your inner child, your anger, that feeling of anxiety that comes up over and over again in those situations? You can swear it's trying to communicate something to you, but what? Let me share a practice that I really love for this. First, find yourself some sort of writing material. Make sure you've got one or two or more of a writing utensil. Get creative here. This is a playful process, okay? Start by using your dominant hand. Think about some problem, some situation, something that is concerning you. Once you have your thing, go ahead and write it with your dominant hand. That means the hand that you normally write with. You're going to grab your pen or your pencil or your marker or crayon and write down that situation in the form of a question. Got it? Once you've got that question, you can leave it there, or you can continue free flowing with your dominant hand. Now, that free flow can be talking more about this situation. Stay in line with your question. As you freeform, you may notice a response happen in your head. Have you ever done that? Have you ever asked yourself a question? Why do I experience this thing? Why am I still having nightmares? Sometimes when you ask yourself a question, you'll notice that an answer pops up in your head. When you hear that response, switch hands. Switch your writing utensil to your non-dominant hand, the one you don't write with normally. And as arduous and difficult and silly as it may seem at first, I invite you to write down the answer you receive with the non-dominant hand. What does this do? It taps into your inner child. It taps into the communications of other parts of your system. It taps into your subconscious. It taps into the messages and the things that we hold underneath our busy frontal cortex conscious mind, right? When all the static of thinking is happening, there's still stuff going on back here. By taking the time to write with your non-dominant hand, it, one, affords you more time to be with the feeling, with the response that you got. A lot of times when we ask ourselves questions and a response comes up, we kind of just move on because it's just me responding to me, right? In this case, when we use this practice to give more of our attention to that subconscious inner voice, we validate it. We give it more space to breathe, and we give it an opportunity to speak more clearly than when we're just glazing past it as a whatever random thought that popped up. So let's give it a shot. Hear that? I got a response. So we're going to switch and give it a go. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about being present with the process. To review one more time, we begin with by turning whatever situation that we are concerned with, whatever's troubling us, whatever thoughts keep happening, whatever it is we're wanting to address in this practice, we first formulate it as a question. Write that question with your dominant hand. You can write the question and wait. You can write the question over and over and over again. You can write the question and then just let your right hand or your dominant hand talk more about it. The key part here is when you receive that response, no matter what that response is, pause, switch, and take all the time you need to get that response down on paper. You can go back and forth for a long time. You can find profound insights. A lot of times we just end up getting to know ourselves better. And that is one of the most valuable things we can do. I love you, friend. I hope this practice brings you clarity, peace, and wholeness.